Let's move on. A really exciting thing.
Andor trailer.
Yeah, the really exciting thing happened. Try to think toward the beginning of the week.
I think it was Monday or something.
Yep. Got a new Andor season 2 trailer, which I thought looked absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
And there's some details we're going to go through real quick. Some major kind of story beats that I kind of could glean from the trailer. And some interesting release structure for this show, which is very strange. The one thing I'll say off the top, that the musical choice for this trailer, I know some people didn't like it on social media, but I thought it was amazing. And I was talking to my partner about this, where I think this trailer would have been cut the same way regardless.
Yeah.
But in today's political climate, didn't it feel a little different?
Just a little bit.
Where you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to join that rebellion. Oh, fuck yes, let's do it. And that's kind of the sense I got from it. It just made me, it was like, oh man, this is like the rebellion against the bad guys.
Yeah.
And like that for Americans today, at least for the reasonable ones. I think that's like those, you know, in the immortal words of Marva, fuck the Empire, right? So
one other big picture thing about the trailer I really liked, they made a big point of saying how critically acclaimed the first season was. Just like, I'm certain that was just to stick it to the worst people in the world.
Oh, sure.
Says, oh, no one likes it. There's bricks and screws in my Star Wars.
Yeah. Which they'll never admit to. You give them all the viewership data in the world and they still won't. They won't admit it. So one thing that sticks out of me, a very strange release schedule for this show. They're going to be 12 episodes, and they're going to be released in 4 batches of 3 episodes. So 3 episodes will air on April 22nd, 3 episodes will air on April 29th, and then March 6th, and then May 13th. Okay. Which is very strange to me.
Those are all Tuesdays.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder if the 3 of those episodes end up adding up to...
Well, you remember season 1, like the first 3 episodes were sort of a story arc.
Yeah.
And then there was like, I think 2 episodes that were sort of a story arc.
Yep.
There was that intermission, and then like 2 more 3-episode story arcs.
Yeah.
So it's very much in keeping with the structure of the show that we know so far.
The thing is, they didn't release them 3 episodes at a time.
They did not.
And the episodes in season 1, each one of them were quite long. When you
like an hour long, yeah.
So I wonder, are they going to do 3 1-hour-long or like 45-minute-hour episodes, or is it just going to be 3 like 20-minute episodes?
I hope they go long.
I hope they do too. I don't know. I've never seen this release schedule for a Star Wars thing, and I'm kind of weirded out by it. We do know that the April 22nd batch is going to take place at around 4 BBY. April 29th is going to be 3 BBY. The 3-episode thing on the 6th will be 2 BBY. So everything is going up to Rogue One pretty much. And it does seem like this will be the last. Like there won't be another Andor.
Well, yeah, I mean, we know how this story ends,
right?
Because we saw Rogue One. And
not only do we know how it ends for Cassian Andor, we also know how it ends for people like Luthen, because we don't see him in Star Wars. So that dude, I think he's on the chopping block this season, and I got to tell you, I'm kind of excited to see it. Because there's no way that
no way he goes quietly.
Yeah, like Luthen fucks some shit up on the way out.
He's gonna blow up a lot of stuff.
So it does look like they're going to be delving into the Gorman massacre, which is a thing that's hinted at in Rebels. But it's this moment. It's a tragedy that radicalizes Mon Mothma. Like fully radicalizes her into,
because she was already dipping her toes into radicalism.
Oh, she was wading in, yeah.
Yeah.
But this massacre causes her to address the Senate and call Palpatine a despot publicly. And as you know,
that could not have gone well.
Yeah,
for her.
that's a good way to get disappeared, right? And in fact, that was her last speech to the Senate. And we don't know much about the events. We know that it was something very, very harrowing, and it looks like we get a couple of shots of that event from the trailer, where there are Imperials just unloading into a group of unarmed civilians. And so like that's going to be, oh man, that's going to be dark, I bet. We see Saw Gerrera looking a little closer to his Rogue One appearance. And I'm glad that Forrest Whitaker is back for this because I love him. K2SO is obviously going to, I don't think we see him in the trailer, right? But we know he's showing up. Like he's got to show up somewhere. Big.
I just want to go back to Forrest Whitaker for a second. He does such a great job of playing Saw Gerrera as this guy who's just gradually coming unhinged because of how much he fucking hates the Empire.
Dude, I love that speech he gives. Like he gives like a speech to that guy, and he like grabs onto him. He's like, "Remember this feeling. We're about to go fucking die for the rebellion. Don't ever forget this." And the dude's like, "I was pissing my pants, but actually it does feel kind of cool."
Yeah.
I love that fucking he's such a guerrilla fighter and the like guys, we're gonna go die, but you know what, like don't ever forget how fucking exciting this is, you know. It's like you can tell that's a pep talk to a group of people who are thinking about whether or not maybe they're ready to die, right? Another big appearance in the trailer, Orson Krennic has returned, has overseeing the construction of the Death Star, which is a little less finished, obviously, than in Rogue One.
Played by Ben Mendelsohn, once again.
And I'm curious to know because you know that there's going to be some dynamic between him and Deirdre,
yeah.
And the guy that wants Deirdre to step on his ball sack, Kyle.
No.
Karn?
Yes, that was...
Is his name not Kyle?
It's not. What's his name? Well, in the comments, put the name of the guy who moves back to Coruscant and lives in his mom's apartment and eats cereal while she is passive aggressive at him.
That's a very specific... Hold on, because I'm going to look this up because I want to know. I know what
Syril.
It is. That's Syril. Syril Karn, yeah. Deidre was correct, by the way.
As long as we're talking about Rogue One characters, you know... what's her name's the main character chick? Her dad is in the very first scene of Rogue One. I wonder if we're gonna see. I wonder if they're getting that guy back. Because like,
wait, say that again.
Rogue One.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it.
Main character, the
Cassian Andor. You mean Jyn Erso.
Jyn Erso, yeah.
Oh,
Galen Erso.
Okay,
yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna get that actor back because like he had a pretty big part in building the Death Star, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he designed it.
Yeah.
So also a fun little tidbit that is the actor that plays Thrawn in live action, that is his brother.
Oh.
They're both the Mikkelsen boys.
Okay.
So Lars Mikkelsen is the guy that plays...
right, and then Lars and Mads.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen is the guy that plays, and they're both fantastic actors.
Yeah. It's funny, like there's only like 2 bits of voiceover in this entire trailer. Like one of them is the Forrest Whitaker speech, and then there's one with Andor, Cassian Andor, saying, "We're in a war. Do you want to fight or do you want to fucking win?" Right.
Yeah. It's dude,
which perfectly sums up Cassian and like the Cassian Andor we saw in Rogue One.
Yeah.
At least.
I got to be real honest with you, man. Like. The last couple of months, that trailer hit a thing in me that I didn't quite know was there, and it's one of those things where it was like, God damn, do we need a Saw Gerrera? Like, holy shit! Like, we need that so bad. Like, we need our own Saw Gerrera. We need our own Luthen. Like,
to the FBI agent who is watching this, we are not endorsing the idea of rebellion against the United States government.
No, we're not.
Anyway, let's talk more about this trailer.
Well, actually, I think we're about done with
it. There is that one goofy scene where like Mon Mothma's in the center of this like folk dance or something, and everyone.
Oh, that was really. She was like dancing her fucking ass off.
It looks really cool. I'm assuming that's like back on her homeworld somewhere.
Oh, sure. I think it's at her daughter's
Chandrilla?
wedding.
Oh,
Chandrilla.
or that.
Yeah, I think it's at her daughter's wedding.
Oh, yeah, her daughter's arranged wedding.
Yeah, 'cause she's a trad wife now.
Yeah.
By the way, I think this is a season where Mon Mothma kills her husband.
Well, I mean, there isn't going to be another season.
I think that's what's going to happen, and you heard it here first. This is how it's going to go.
She's going to put.
Hold on. She's going to find out that like he's caught on to what she's doing and has like told someone in the Empire, and she's going to put a pillow over his head and a pistol and be like, and just be like,
just pop him.
Yeah, the rebellion sends its regards.